All right, so it's Wednesday, and we get a chance to hear from Shane Steichen and what he thinks about the injury situation with Daniel Jones, which is important because if not Daniel Jones, it's Riley Leonard. So he's got to be good to go. He's got to be healthy and able to be really, really functional against a wildly effective defensive front of the Houston Texans. So here's Shane Steichen talking about Daniel Jones, and you'll notice that people in the media are asking a lot of questions about Daniel Jones and that fibula, because we didn't get a lot out of Shane Steichen on Monday nor last week talking about the fibula. So here's Shane Steichen talking about it.
First off, happy Thanksgiving Eve to everybody. Today we'll conduct a walkthrough. I just want to give these guys rested up, obviously late in the season. Just giving guys time to heal their bodies, their nicks and bruises, so they can be fresh and ready to go for Sunday. Looking forward to Sunday, obviously being back home. It's been a while to be in front of our home crowd. We're excited about that challenge, excited about the opportunity that we got ahead of us. Houston's a hell of a team. They're playing good ball right now. Defensively, I think statistically they're the best in the league right now, and they're getting after it pretty good, and we're excited about that challenge coming up.
When you have a stretch where you guys are on the road as much as you have been, do you think that takes a toll on the team?
I don't know. I think every year the schedule is what it is, and you go out and execute the best you can to your ability. And we're excited, for the opportunity to be back at home, though, in front of our home crowd.
How big of a loss is Ashley Dillon?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, Dillon's one of our special teams aces. Obviously, plays a lot for us and roles on offense. So losing a guy like that hurts us. But I always say it's the next man up, next man mentality. Get ready to go.
Daniel practice more this week.
Yeah, he'll be limited today. We're having a walkthrough, so we'll list him as limited, but he'll be good to go this week.
Shane, 6 games to go. What did you share with your team knowing what's on the line this week and these other games coming to see?
Yeah, there's always obviously a sense of urgency, obviously going into November, late November, December games. But really today I just kind of shared about, obviously with Thanksgiving up, being thankful for the opportunity that we get as a football team to go out and compete each and every week, and the blessings, that this game's, given all of us the opportunity to go out and do what we do and love what we do, and be a blessing for other people. And I thought our guys did a good job. We did the horseshoe helpings yesterday, and fed over 3,000 people, and we had over 50 guys there. I thought that was just a testament to our guys and what it means to help out other people during this time of Thanksgiving.
Hey Shane, with Daniel, is this something that he might have to manage for a bit, just because you're in season?
No, he should be good. Like I said, he's going to practice this week, be fine. Just like he played in the game, we should be good to go.
With this weekend being the Mike Cosmetics game, just how special is that for you and the rest of the locker room to be able to kind of represent these different organizations?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think to represent, certain causes that people have, foundations, obviously the Kicking the Stigma, that we have here at this organization, that Kaylin does. I think it's a testament, to helping other people. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll be wearing the Kicking the Stigma shoes, so that'll be fun.
Go into games with a set number of touches you want for JT?
Yes and no. You go out and see how it plays out. You always want to get him as much touches as you can and see how the game plays out and see the flow of the game, and that'll dictate it.
Shane, the defensive ends for Houston obviously get a lot of attention, but what do you see from their secondary?
Yeah, they're pretty feisty all around. I think Stingley's, one of the best in the league. Last year, number 4, he's a hell of a player too. And I think the one guy, Bullock, second-year player, he's running around and making a ton of plays at the safety position. So they got a lot of talent on the front and the back end too, and they're flying around, making a lot of plays.
They're usually a 4-man rush, I guess. Or is it because those guys get home, and then because that's the fact, how tougher does it make attacking them?
Yeah, I think obviously when you 4-man rush, the coverage, they got more coverage on the back end. So yeah, we got to be precise in our pass game. We got to be good in the run game with our IDs and all those things that you go and do each and every week, whether it's 4-man rush, 5-man rush, 6-man rush. We got to be prepared for all that.
When you run into bumps in the road in the regular season, what is your coaching technique? Do you try to move past it and just focus, coach your guys to focus on the next week? Is it, I guess, could you maybe speak a little?
Yeah, I think anytime, you lose games, like obviously you win close games, you still got to clean up those things. We won some close games, obviously lost a close game last week. But you always clean those things up, and you kind of flush that Monday and then get ready to go for your next opponent. I think with every setback, it's a setup for your next opportunity. And we got a great opportunity at home against a division opponent.
This game really ramps up the AFC South battle. I know this team hasn't won one of those in a decade. Is that something that you mentioned this week, and you feel like that's something the guys are aware of?
Yeah, I think anytime you want to win a championship, you got to win, division games, and obviously we got a division game coming up, at home against a really good opponent that we're looking forward to.
Still no Anthony.
Yeah, no, Anthony.
How would you evaluate Daniel over the last 3 weeks? The numbers from like 1 through 8, first 8 games compared to the last 3 games are kind of drastic. So how would you use the last?
Yeah, I still think he's playing at a high level. I think anytime you go through a season, you're going to have highs and lows, and then you battle back from those. But even like last week, I think he was completing balls. I think he had a 100 passer rating. I don't know. I think it was 14 and 16 at one point. He's playing good ball. You know what I mean? And so it's just winning those, like I said, winning those games at the end. I think finishing is a big part of it, and going forward. But he's been playing, fantastic for us all season.
Shane, you talked about a walkthrough to give some guys rest at this point in the season. Has the mentality changed over the years about late season practice reps to kind of keep guys a little healthier?
Yeah, I think around the league, if you look around the league, I think a lot of teams, have a walkthrough Wednesdays. Just as you get going, it's just such a long season from training camp all the way till now, and you want to make sure these guys are fresh and ready to go late in the season so they can play with max effort.
Was there a time in your career that you had to come around to that way of thinking? Because maybe 20 years ago when you're just getting
for sure. I think there's a lot of things that play into it. There's a lot of sports science, that's taken, transition over the last, decade, and just making sure these guys are in tip-top shape, going into these games, especially late in the season.
You still all about stovetop box stuff?
I do like stovetop. I am a fan, but I do like honey baked ham. Mashed potatoes are solid. I mean, it's all good.
Do you? I know we normally watch the Thursday night game, but with 3 games on Thursday, is it still just Thursday night?
Oh, it'll be great. Obviously, we'll practice Thursday morning, and then get those guys home with their family, early afternoon, and spend some time with family and friends, and be thankful for a lot, that we're all blessed with, and then watching football. It'll be good.
Where does Thanksgiving fall on your holiday power ranking?
It's up there. It's probably top 3. I'm going Christmas #1. Thanksgiving's probably 2. My wife loves 4th of July. She loves 4th of July. I think she likes being in the sunshine and being out in California. What's that?
These are off.
Yeah, you get more time with the kids. Yeah, that's probably why she loves it so much. Yeah, for sure.
Shane, when you watch football on TV, can you turn it off?
It's hard. It's really hard. Even when we had the bye, you're watching games and looking at certain things, and I know it's the TV copy, so you can't see the full picture, but yeah, you're looking at a lot of things and dissecting it. So yeah.
You find yourself taking notes when you watch games?
Yeah, every once in a while, I'll put stuff in my phone for sure. Like, oh shoot, that clip in the second quarter, I gotta go back and watch the coach's copy of that one or whatever it may be for sure.
Hey Shane, I know last week the 4th quarter and obviously overtime didn't go the way you guys wanted to go, especially offensively. What do you need to see from your guys this week going against a tough defense in the Texans?
Yeah, I think just being efficient, being efficient all the time, not sometimes. I thought we were pretty efficient there the first 3 quarters, and the 4th quarter wasn't efficient enough, and we got to finish those games out like we did against Atlanta and Arizona and those games, so just finishing at the end.
Do you think having the opportunity after a game like Sunday, to have an opportunity to go against, I think you called them the #1 defense in the league, is it almost in a way nice to have a big battle like that coming off of a loss to feel like you can get right back at it?
Yeah, heck yeah, it's
an opportunity to respond to it.
Yeah, it's a great challenge. I think when you have those tough losses, it's how you respond as a football team. We got to respond the right way by how we prepare this week going into this game.
What have you come to appreciate about Laquan Treadwell?
Man, his story is unbelievable. If you think about it, for our first-round pick, bounced around the league, but just does everything right, and you can see the gratitude and the gratefulness that he has playing this game, the way he practices, the way he prepares. Obviously, being a practice squad guy for us the last 2 years, getting elevated, making the plays he does on special teams. Sometimes there's setbacks, in people's career, and how you handle those and that adversity and how you go through it, and having the right mindset. And he's been phenomenal with that. I mean, just a great teammate. It's a pleasure to have him on the team.
The receiver room seems to really universally like and respect him. I mean, what kind of impact can that have?
I think it's huge. It's great for young players to see that. You know what I mean? I mean, he can be kind of a sounding board for the young players. Young players go through tough times and challenges, throughout their career, but to see the way his path has went, just to say, hey, stick with it, man. Keep the right mindset, keep the right mentality. Lead with your character and who you are as a person, how you battle through those things. Will say a lot about, who you are as a person.
Shane, as a play caller, when you play against a team like Houston where they've got these two pass rushers, they only have to win a couple of plays to affect the game. Do you have to understand that there's going to be probably some bad plays? I mean, Braden and Bernie have to be right 60 plays during the game.
Yeah, for sure. There's always going to be ups and downs throughout every game, no matter who you're playing, and you got to overcome. You're going to have good plays, you're going to have some bad plays, and it's overcoming those things and staying efficient. First and second down, not putting yourself in those long yardage situations, and being productive that way.
There's Steichen. Good to get a little perspective on what he does during his Thanksgiving holiday and how he spends time with the family and how it's not all about football, but it's a lot about football. Shane Steichen ready for this game against the Texans. Hopefully the Colts are ready because Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, they're coming.